So, very good afternoon to all of you. Hopefully today you have taken all classes, I think. Okay, however, so I'd like to I'd like to concentrate on. Okay. So we have completed introduction to brief introduction on what is Unix and Unix components, and up to this we have completed. Now we are coming to using Unix. We are coming to using Unix and how it could be possible to use the Unix. So then, how you have to load the Unix. Actually, not Unix. Actually, Unix is not freeware. It is not supposed to be available for everybody. Linux. I'm specifying only Linux. Okay, how you can load Linux into your system, and uh, what are the different kinds of loading premises which are available with you in Linux into your computer will be discussed today, and then followed by what are different kinds of environmental variables which are available for us, and what kind of variables which we have with us, and how basic commands are supposed to be applied. Things will be possible. All these things are supposed to be discussed with you. So let me come across with the first and foremost point. So here you can see how you can communicate with the Unix operating system. What are the situations you are supposed to take into consideration here? There are two different types of installations for Unix. One is directly your system will be switched on with only Ubuntu Linux operating system. Otherwise, second one is you are already having your operating system, Windows operating system with you. Then within the operating system, using virtual machine, you have to install Ubuntu. These are Ubuntu or any kind of Linux flavor, whatever the flavor it might be, any kind of flavor. So you can install. So how you can install all those things? How you can install these things into your system? First of all, what you are supposed to do is you need to navigate with any browser. So with I am interested in terms of only Ubuntu here. So interested in Ubuntu because Ubuntu is very much user friendly when compared to all other. So of course Fedora also be there. Fedora flavor also be very good. But I am interested to discuss with you only this Ubuntu. So you have to log in. I mean navigate your browser towards this ubuntu.com, something like this. You just go ahead and navigate something like this. So many people are able to join, I think. Okay, so here you may be enter www.ubuntu.com. So you may be enter into Ubuntu in such a way, and here you have to navigate towards downloads. Afterwards, Ubuntu Desktop, Ubuntu Server, and Ubuntu IoT, and Ubuntu Cloud. There are four different types of options which are available for you, and you are expected to select only Ubuntu Desktop. Under this 20.04 LTS, long-term service. LTS in the sense long-term service. The package which is used to store and load into your system only with the LTS. LTS in the sense long-term service. Okay, long-term service in the sense it could be available and ever forever with you in our in computer science world. So you have to click on this one. Obviously, it could be download, and so ISO file, and that ISO file must be burned or must be loaded into any small dangle, something like what you call pen drive, and using your pen drive, you can install your system as like as the Windows directly into your system. This is one way of installation which is being happening through this Windows. I mean Ubuntu operating system like this. Okay, so it could be downloaded as ISO, So using IS4, you can do something like that. This is the way of installation, direct installation of Ubuntu operating system, Ubuntu Linux operating system, so into your system. Second thing is you are expected to, I mean, in your desktop or laptop, you maybe have your own operating system, something like Windows. That Windows must be available as it is, and I'd like to load with Windows of my Ubuntu operating system. How it could be done here in the sense you are expected to download this particular thing. You must be navigate towards what is it, Oracle.com. First of all, you must move to Oracle.com. After Oracle.com, so this is the Oracle.com index page. Within this particular index page, you have to click on these three dots, and here you could get downloads. You can get downloads, and here in downloads, you directly go ahead with so IT infrastructure. Directly move to IT infrastructure. Somewhere else it could be there. IT infrastructure. Okay, somewhere else. Yes, this is IT infrastructure here. So within this IT infrastructure, so you have one link. That link is VM VirtualBox. So VM VirtualBox, Virtual Manager VirtualBox. Okay, it could be available, and click on that one. So it will be open new page. Within this particular page, you could identify one new latest download, that is 6.1.8. So that could be available here for Windows, for Mac, for Solaris, and many other things are there here. And you have to take this installation, 64-bit installation, and you have to install this one into your system. After installation, your system will be seems like this. It could be seems in such a fashion. It could be seems in such a fashion. I'll give you complete information by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, regarding to the installation. If anybody is required, please ping me. I will give some Zoom class to them how to install VirtualBox and how to install so-called Ubuntu operating system. Thereby, you have to create your own Ubuntu operating system here, and you can evaluate your Ubuntu something like this. This is the way the Ubuntu is being activated. So I'll give you complete information regarding to this one. So then you will have your Ubuntu operating system as virtual machine in your Windows operating system. Okay. So you will see. And then when you require, you can just ping me. I'll give you complete information regarding to that. Okay. So in this way, you can install your Ubuntu, any flavor, whatever the flavor it might be. But I am interested to have with Ubuntu, so that I have discussed with you only on Ubuntu. So there are two ways. One is direct installation, as like as Windows. Instead of Windows, you have to open your system with Ubuntu. Otherwise, on Windows as virtual machine, you can install the Ubuntu, something like what I have shown just before. So these two ways you can do. Then followed by what are the environment variables. So these are very important. These are very important for you to have. What are the environment variables which are useful for you? There are several, but I have given very few here. So username. So who is that particular user who was connected to that particular user right now? So that is first and foremost. So remember one thing: all environment user variables are always in capital letters. Always, these are only commands which are available with capital letters. And all environment variables, not only environment variables, any kind of variables of Unix or Linux will be always predecessor by or preceded by dollar. Dollar in the sense it could be get the content of that particular variable. Without dollar, it could be considered as a string. So therefore, dollar must be preceded, and only environment variable must be always with the capital letters. So dollar user, which will be used, who is the user who was connected right now, and the dollar path. So what is the path where exactly you have to execute all kinds of commands? So where exactly the commands will be? $pwd present working directory. PWD in the sense present working directory, where exactly you are working right now. And $home. So what is the home of your user? Your user's home directory. So that could be given. $host. So who is the host of your specific machine, virtual machine or direct machine? And what language you are using? So $lang, which language you are using, and followed by $editor. So is there any file editor you are installed in your system? So that could be, that information could be given. And $UID, what is the current user ID of your system, your user? Let me say, I'll show you each and everything after 1 minute. So $shell, which shell you are working right now. So I'll show you each and every thing in by using this particular thing here. First one, so these things will not be, so directly will not produce anything. So before using this one, you need to use one command, echo. Echo is the command which is used to produce output of any kind of so variable or any prompt message. If you say, so hello world. If you specify something like this hello world in the sense, it could be produced as it is. There is no much importance of this particular thing. And I would like to show you echo dollar user. So what is your username? My username is right now, it is Gopi. So it is Gopi. I am working with Gopi. Then followed by what are the different kinds of paths which are used to, so already loaded into your path variable. So that is echo, so path, $path, $path. So these are the paths which are available for us. I'll show you what are the, so what do you call, file system also. I'll show you, just wait for a while, I'll show you the file system. So some number of files which are available at local sbin, some number of so commands which are available local bin, some number of commands are available at the sbin of user, something like this. Many as much as many number of things are being available. Each and every, so path will be separated by colon here. In MS-DOS, it could be separated by semicolon, but here it is colon only. Okay. Some people have given some information. Okay. However, so wait, yeah. Okay, these are the paths which are available with us, and followed by what is my present working directory. It could be gives complete path of present working directory. So echo, no, it is small letters only. Only what do you call, the environment variables could be in capital. Remaining everything must be in small letters only, lowercase letters only. So try to remember this one. So echo, so $pwd, present working directory. So I am working at this first slash is root, and the second one is my home. In my home, my directory name is Gopi. Under Gopi, I have created one more extra directory. The directory is UP class, Unix programming class. So now I am working with the prompt also showing the same. Okay, it is the present working directory. And what is my home? Where exactly I am? Actually my user home. So again, so echo $home. If you take like this, so at the root there is a directory home. In this particular directory, Gopi, my username is available. So this is my home, and whatever the specific files and whatever the operations you may be done, they will be created or they will be navigated with only this particular directory. So you may be work out with Gopi and forward any kind of files and everything. Okay. Then host name. So echo, so $host name. If you take this one, so I am working with so Gopi virtual box. I have shown just before to you. So this is my virtual box. In this virtual box, I have loaded my Ubuntu. Thereby, I have executing my Ubuntu operating system here. This is my host. So this host will be displayed here. This is the host. Then what kind of language I'm using? So $echo, so $lang, lang. So I'm using English, Indian English, EN_IN. What does it mean? So English, which is taken by me with India. Sometimes you may be there with US English, otherwise UK English, something like that. Many kinds of Englishes are available. So you could take your own language during installation. That could be set up here. Then are there any editors which we have to install? Let us check out. So echo $editor, $editor, EOR. So no editors are there with me because I'm not interested to have any editor. So I have only two editors are available here. That is VI is one editor, that is actually command editor. And then second one is Nano, another editor. These two are there with me. Actual editors are not available. So there is no editor here. Then what is the user ID? So which user ID you are working with? User ID name is Gopi actually. It is going to display. So echo dollar UID. Sorry, user ID number. ID number is 1000. Okay, if you create some other, yes, it could be gives you. Then which shell I am using? Echo. So dollar shell. I am using so bash, BASH. I have already given that. So bash shell, bound shell, kernel shell, and C shell. I am using bound shell here. Okay, this shell is being used by me. So right now, these are the different kinds of so environmental variable. And if you want to specify complete environment, what is the complete environment which I have been working with this particular system here in the sense, I'd like to show you that one also. PRINTENV. If you type this particular command, complete information will be taken care by this particular thing here. So you can see. So whatever the question, variables you have been operated up to this moment, everything will be available here. So you can see this is LANG. Whatever the language you have been taken into consideration, username. So we have taken here something like this. This is user, and many other home where it is forwarded. So this is home which have been taken, and many other. Whatever maybe everything will be displayed or everything will be gets displayed to you. So by taking one simple command, that command is called as PRINTENV. So PRINTENV, print environment. This is complete environment which is being given to you. Okay. So you may be remember this command. Otherwise, you may be taken so each and every individual environment variables which are available with you in Linux or Unix. Anything is possible here. Then let us go ahead and forward. So as and when you have to invoke your what do you call prompt, the prompt will be seems like this. This is the user. This is the actual user. This is the host where exactly you have installed this one, either in VirtualBox or directly you have installed. If you directly install, you may be given your host name during installation. So then followed by this is the navigation of your file structure where exactly you are working, and this is the prompt. Dollar is the prompt. So if dollar will be available, you are working with so Linux operating system or Unix operating system. I'll show you the file system here. The file system will be seen in such a way. 1 minute, it will be open for you. Yes, this is the file system. You can see this is my home. So if you go ahead with back, it could not be goes back because my home is always available with so only this particular. I am not the root user. I am just user here. I am not the administrator. I am just user here. And here you can have my own number of directories and files which are available with me. Now I am working with this particular directory. I am working with this particular directory. This directory doesn't have anything. Okay. So in future we will navigate each and everything. I'll show you what exactly the entire file system is, how you can access the root, and how you can access all other system folders. I'll show you. Right now I could not show you. I'll show you each and everything. Then then followed by some set of commands, general set of commands. So you need to remember all general set of commands are supposed to be, I'm talking about commands in Unix, some set of commands, not exactly all, very few which are useful for doing something here. You need to remember one thing, except environment variables, everything will be in lowercase letter only. Okay, environment variables must be in uppercase, and remaining all other kinds of operations which could be took place in either Unix or Linux must be in lowercase letters only. First of all, what is the first command which we have to consider is so clear. So let me type something here. Let me type something here. It maybe give some error message to you. Whatever it may be, some error message will be given to you. So if you, I would like to clear everything and place my prompt at the top and the left top. So then we have to operate clear. Okay, you have to take clear, clear. So it will be clear everything, and it could be place your prompt at this particular place. Then how to create a file? Sorry, create a directory. How you could create a directory here? So to create a directory, mkdir, make a directory, mkdir followed by your directory name, dir name. Whatever the name you may be given, that could be considered as a directory name here. So how could you identify whether it is a directory or it is a file? Let me show you. Let me show you after a couple of minutes. So you may be enter our directory name. Let me say make directory. Let me consider class 1. My directory name is class 1. So if you have any problem, it may be gives you error message. If it doesn't have any problem, then it could be gives the prompt immediately. So therefore, you could understand, yes, your directory has created. Just before I show you, my UP class doesn't have anything. But right now, you can see, yes, class 1 has been created. Class 1 has been created. Look at this. I am working with this UP class. Under UP class, previously it is empty. Right now, it has been created. Then how could you identify whether it is a directory or not? So how it could be identified here in the sense, you just operate ls hyphen l, ls hyphen l, ls in the sense listing, hyphen l in the sense long listing. If you are not supposed to give hyphen l, any switch is not being used, so it could be display just information. Just what are the files and what are the folders which are available with you? What are the folders and files which are available with you? Now, ls-l can be taken, then it could be gives you complete information. Look at this, within this particular thing, these are all different kinds of permissions which are used to given by your directory or file. And these are hard links which are available. And this is the username, and this is the group name. Of course, I am only one person which is available, so my name can be displayed for twice. And this is the size of your file or directory, and this is the time where exactly you have been created, and finally this is the name of your so either it is a directory or it is the file. You can see, so if you take these permissions, the first and foremost bit of this permission is filled with D. What does it mean? It is a directory. Let me create a file for you. Let me create a file for you. Uh, I maybe type something, and I will save this one. So look at this ls-l. I have created ABC as a file, which is a file here. It doesn't have anything in the first bit. First bit is empty. But here in class, first bit is filled with D. What does it mean? It is a directory, and it is a ordinary file. So that is what you need to remember here. And this is the way you may be identifying whether it is a directory or file. Obviously, you can also see the directory will be having, I mean, it could be shown in one color and the file will be shown in another color. So if it is executable file, it could be shown in green color, directory is blue color, and ordinary files, including .c files, including any other file, will be in so black color. Okay, so that is the notation, general notation in Unix here. So in this way, you can identify the files also. And after creation of this particular directory, how could you enter into that directory? How could you enter into that particular directory? So I could enter into that directory something like this, apply, so change directory, that is CD. Make directory, mkdir is used to make a new directory, whereas CD will be, so enter into that particular directory. CD, whatever the directory name you can take into account, class 1. Yes, now I am working with class 1. If you are supposed to take, so echo dollar, so pwd. If you take like this, then it could be shows you. So at root, home is there. At home, gopi is there. At gopi, up class is there. At up class, you have a directory that is class 1. You are working right now here. So likewise, you can take, you can display the present working directory using environmental variable. Otherwise, command also be there. Command also same, but it within small letters. So both will be gives the same kind of output. It is command. It is a command. It is a variable. Okay, both will be gives the same kind of answer. Okay. However, you may be enter into you may be enter into your directory by using cd followed by the directory name. If you take this particular thing, you can enter into that particular directory. Okay. and uh, and then after enter into directory, if you want to create a file, what you are supposed to do for creation of the file? So you maybe take so cat cat in the sense create a file. So followed by redirectional operator. Let me take this particular assistance, then you could understand very easily. So let me take this one. So here second command will be cat make uh, one moment. Okay. So cat followed by redirection symbol. Normally in our C or C++, we have right shift operator and left shift operator. Because of these are operators in languages, these are been considered as operators. Whereas in operating systems, if you are supposed to use the same, it could be considered as a redirection. So where you are supposed to redirection, I am redirection to a file name. So you have to give any particular file name here. So this could be called as a redirectional operator. So how you could operate here in the sense cat greater than. So I'm giving a particular file. That file is sample1. Okay. Then followed by enter. Hit enter. Then it will be open empty place or empty kind of sheet will be gets open. And then you have to type your own. So this is let me say sample file having more lines of of data, something like this. You can type whatever one. If you feel that yes, my file, I mean the data which is being typed in this particular file is gets over, then you have to operate or you have to type this particular command after completion of this one. So control D. So place control, I mean hold control and apply for actually small d only, not capital D, small d only. So small d. If you operate something like this, obviously it will be saved to this particular file. So actually this cat will be always open without any redirection. It could be perform two operations. One is it could be so open a new file, and so whatever the data you have to type here, that particular data will be redirected to this name. Now you can see ls-l, it could be displayed one particular file, the name is sample1. And if you want to see the contents of this particular file, how you can perform. So again, you have to use cat only. Cat can be used to perform, so create a new file, otherwise see the contents of the file. If you want to see the contents of the file, don't use any redirection. So just you have to specify cat file name. File name is sample1. You can specify something like this. Yes, you have your own data which is available with you. Okay. Like this, you can create a file, and also you can able to see the contents of the file. So both will be gets possible here, and this could be do by using cat greater than file name, and without any redirection. So you have to use this one. Obviously, it could be display the contents of your file. And obviously, right from the beginning of this hands-on, I am giving one particular command ls. Ls in the sense listing. Ls in the sense listing. How many number of files are there with you in our present working directory will be listing. If you want to look into complete details of that particular file, ls -l. -l in the sense long listing. Long listing. So it could be display complete information regarding to your specific file. Okay. So today we have learned, because I'm running out of the time. So today we have learned, so what are environmental variables? So these are different kinds of environmental variables. So first of all, we have navigation will be happen, how you can download. Installation has not been given to you, but how you can download and everything has been given. Followed by what are the environmental variables which I have, which are available for Unix or Linux has been discussed. And what is the specification of the symbol? I mean, dollar symbol, which is a prompt of the specific Unix operating system has been seen. And then different commands. The commands are, these are the commands which we have gone through. First one is clear, second one is so listing, and then third one is mkdir, and fourth one is cd, followed by cat creation of the file, and display the contents of the file has been seen here. And I'd like to specify one more. So that is wanted to move its so parental directory. Class is the child of UP class. So I'd like to move from here to here. How you could move here and here, in the sense, again you have to use change directory with one space. One space is very much required. Double dot. If you operate something like this, yes, it could be moved to its parent. Now, so PWD, present working directories. So root, home, then followed by GoP. Within GoP, we have so UP class. So if you change the directory, class 1, then PWD, present working directory, you can see the present working directory is somewhat different from the previous one. So likewise, you can navigate your total files, I mean total directories. In this way, you can complete the operation of some what do you call it? Environmental variables, and then some of the comments. Tomorrow I shall discuss huge number of comments which are useful for you, and if possible, so anybody are interested, or anybody have computers with you, laptops or desktops are there with you, please ping me. I'll show you how to install virtual machine followed by Unix operating system. Both I will show you. Okay. So this is what the class today. Actually, I'm interested to continue, but I'm running out of the time. So not to be increase continue, because you are already exhausted, because 4 classes have been completed to you today, so that you are exhausted. I'm thinking that.